everybody. My name is Final Boss, and this is my brand new show, Final Boss LPs. Just a little bit about me. I love video games, and I love watching video game walkthroughs and Let's Plays on YouTube, so I thought it would be kind of cool if I could make my own Let's Play videos, and I actually tried to make some videos, but they weren't very good and I didn't get any views, so it kind of died. But luckily, I was recently fortunate enough to join Retro Game Cloud, which is run by two of my friends, the Retrobit Critic and Pro Player. You should check their shows out. They're very good. So, without further ado, let's get started with my first video game walkthrough, Kirby Squeak Squad for the Nintendo DS. And here we have Kirby, just, you know, being cute as usual. See if I can... There we go. Alright, so, as you can see, I've already played through this game once, but we're just going to start out on a new file, because what fun would it be if we started playing on a game that was already completed. So, besides the main story, we can look at our collection, which I'll be explaining later. Sub-games, I'm not going to do that for a while, at least not until the story is over. There's not really much of a file to erase right now, so really all we can do right now is get started with the story. So, early afternoon in Dreamland. It's so peaceful that even the clouds are drowsy. Okay. And now it's Kirby's favorite time of day, snack time. It seems like with Kirby, every time of day is snack time, unless it's beating up helpless, innocent creatures. So today's yummy snack is a sweet, fluffy slice of strawberry shortcake. Ooh, that does actually look good. Time to dig it. Whoa. Kirby? Kirby? Your cake got stuck. The master of delayed reactions. The cake Kirby was about to eat has suddenly vanished. The scrumptious berry top, watering goodness? What? Okay. No doubt about it, this must be the work of that greedy King DDD. Yeah, let's just blame the duck for everything. Well, there's no time to waste. Gotta get that cake back. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the plot of this entire game is based around finding a piece of cake. So, it jumps us directly into the first level. Now, just a disclaimer, I'm going to be under the assumption that not everybody who watches these videos knows exactly what to do. Like, this could be your first time you've even heard of the Kirby series, so I will do a lot of explaining, so just bear with me if you know what I'm talking about, okay? So, we got Kirby. You can jump around, float around in the air. I don't know, he's got a slide thing. Little slide thing. So, he can swallow his enemies. And he can spit them back out to deal damage, or, see if I can get this guy back. Again. Certain enemies will have special copy abilities, and if you press down, he'll swallow them, and gain their copy ability. And by pressing the start button, you get a little description of the copy ability, and it shows you how you can use it and what it does. So, here you can see that if we press the beam button, it will create a giant beam, because it is the beam ability. And, yeah, pretty self-explanatory. And you'll also notice that there's this red scroll with nothing on it. We'll be unlocking that later. So, we can't do much with it now. So, press B, you make a giant beam appear. Nothing too fancy. Oh, we got our first ability already. Kirby also has the ability to remove his copy abilities, so he can gain new ones. This one is the Spark copy ability. Spark, charge. I love those little headers because they're just so tacky. It's just funny. So, press the B button to make electricity sort of happen. You can also charge it up by pressing a bunch of the directional arrow keys all at the same time. So, here's the normal electricity, and if you charge it up, you make that big electric blast, and it obviously deals a lot more damage. Alright. New ability. We're just blazing through these abilities. And speaking of blazing, this one is the Fire copy ability. Fire, hot, so hot. Too hot to... just so stupid, really. It's tacky. But that's why I love them. So we press B to breathe fire, and we can also hit the directional arrow keys in one direction twice, and then B to do a little burning dash. I'm not sure if you can see that. So, here's the fire breath, and one more thing I forgot to mention. Kirby can sort of dash around by hitting the directional arrow key in one direction. There we go. One more thing to note, if Kirby hits an enemy by accident, he will lose his copy ability, and also some of his health, which can be regained by eating food, like I just demonstrated, by accident. So, continuing onwards, this is a life. If you run out of health and you have a life, then you come back. Pretty self-explanatory, but I felt the need to explain it anyways. Maximum tomatoes fully restore your health. They're very useful to have if you're fighting a boss or in a particularly hard stage. Bomb blocks make big explosions, sort of like that. Okay, the star door. Once you reach the star door, you have reached the end of the level, and by going through it, you'll reach this little cannon mini-game, and you can use it to grab food. And then, at the end of each level, Kirby will do his little dance. I don't really know why. So here we have the stage select screen. And so far we only have the first level, Prism Plains, and we can only go to the first and second stages. I'm going to try to be doing 2 stages per video because most of these levels have, 5 normal stages and then the boss, so that should be good. So, let's just get right on to stage 2 of Prism Plains. Alright, see, these bubbles. I'm not sure if you can see that, but it's floating in a little bubble. There we go. So, Kirby can inhale these bubbles, and they will go down to this area, which I can only assume is his stomach. It's kind of gross, but whatever. So, you can tap the bubbles to gain copy abilities, but you have a limit of 5 bubbles that you can keep in your stomach, so be sure to only keep the necessary things down there, and if you can see, it's down there now, and we can tap it with our stylus, and Kirby will gain the sword ability. Sword can do a lot of things. A sort of chain slashing attack. He can do a slide slash, an upward slash, a slash in the air, and then a secret one. It just does a lot. So, a lot of the copy abilities also obviously have special attributes that only they have, such as, the sword and fire can cut through this tall grass, and sometimes there will be items in it, like in here. Got cherries. So, Another thing you can also do with the bubbles is you can mix them together. You can mix 2 copy abilities to generate a random one or some secret copy abilities, but we'll be seeing those later. You can also mix together food items. In this case, you take the meat and the cherries, and by mixing them together, you get a maximum tomato. So those are always very useful to have on hand. I always try to keep at least 1. So this is where you would normally get the sword ability from that guy that I just brutally slaughtered. The other mechanic of this game are the treasure chests, and when you get to the end of the level with the treasure chests, you will unlock a secret. Unfortunately, they count for one of the 5 spaces in your stomach, so if you already have stuff in there, you won't be able to get it, and, you know, you gotta get the treasure chest to get 100% on the game, which I will be doing. I'll be getting all, I think it's 120 treasure chests. Oh, good thing I didn't, ow, kill that guy. Alright, cutter ability. Remote cutter boomerang. Very simple. You hit the B button to throw a sharp boomerang, which can also cut through the tall grass I showed earlier. And you can also angle it up and down. So, like this. Or like that. Wait. A lot of the abilities aren't very good, but there are some, like, really great abilities. I'm very partial to the tornado ability, just because, well, you'll see in a minute. And we got our star door here. We're going through here, and, missed it. Oh well. So, when you get a treasure chest, the little dance sequence will be extended by a bit, and you'll also get to see what's inside it. So, we got the beginning notes, which we can listen to using the sound player. However, we don't have the sound player yet, but whatever. So, before I end this video, I'm going to show you the collection room. Really, there's not much to look at. All we have right now are the beginning notes, which we just got. We don't have the sound player yet, so we can't listen to them, but all of the objects in the collection room will be found inside treasure chests, which will be scattered across the game. So, that pretty much wraps it up for this episode. If you like the video, please like or subscribe if you happen to be on YouTube. Also, check out retrogamecloud.wordpress.com for some great video game reviews by my friends RetroBit Critic and Pro Player. And, yeah, see you guys next time.